This is ToBeFree. For those in Washington State that may see a lot of military activity, a lot of movement, we're catching word that today marks the beginning of the biggest drill that the state has ever held in terms of anything. The biggest emergency drill ever, and it's in reference to a massive earthquake that's going to go down in the Pacific Northwest. This is a scenario that they have talked about many times. They're saying that 8 to 10,000 people could be killed in a massive earthquake up here, another 12,000 injured. They're saying that 6,000 could die in Oregon, and that those numbers could go higher as the days and the weeks drag on. Now, we've talked about the different scenarios, tsunamis, the fault lines up here, the activity, Puget Sound, everything from Seattle all the way out to the Juan de Fuca Plate, which sits right off the coast of this region. That has been a plate that has been very quiet for some time. Every now and then, we may see a quake pop off in this region, 4 to 5 range. But this plate cuts up from Eureka and heads up in through here. And it is a plate to watch, in my opinion. If there's ever going to be a massive quake up here, it's going to have something to do with this Juan de Fuca Plate. This is Oregon, Washington State, Northern California. The whole coastline would feel the effects of a big earthquake and any tsunami waves coming in from it. But it's not something that you can say, oh, it might happen. It's something that's definitely going to happen at some point. I hope people that live in the area have a plan for this, for when the day comes. I mean, this goes for anything. If you're in a hurricane zone, have a plan for a hurricane. If you're in an earthquake-prone zone, have a plan for an earthquake. If you live right there on the coastline, have a plan for a tsunami and an evacuation route. A plan to get to higher ground, at least. Know those key things. But if you guys see a lot of activity right now in Washington State, military on the move, choppers, all this other stuff, they're drilling for a massive earthquake. So, wanted to let it be known. I will update as we see an uptick in any other quake activity. And I'll leave links below. It's been ToBeFree.